Finally, Robyn accused of embezzling Janelle's $100,000 in court case over false claims and looted property. Hello friends, I am Elena. Welcome to my channel. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. The situation between Robyn and Janelle has now escalated into one of the most talked about legal battles connected to the sister wives circle. For months, speculation has swirled online, and now official court documents have confirmed that Janelle has formally accused Robyn of embezzling $100,000, tied to a case that also involves allegations of false claims and looted property. According to the information made public, this is not a simple misunderstanding over finances. The filings allege that Robyn deliberately diverted funds that were meant to be either shared or held for a specific joint purpose, and instead used them for her own benefit without consent. Janelle's legal team has framed the act as embezzlement, a serious charge that implies both intent and knowledge of wrongdoing. The $100,000 figure is not arbitrary. Court paperwork details how the money came into Robyn's possession through transactions tied to assets and properties connected to the sister wives' family network. Janelle claims she can trace every dollar, showing that the money was supposed to go toward a specific business or family-related expense, but was instead withdrawn, moved, or spent in ways that were hidden from her and other stakeholders. Adding to the complexity are Janelle's accusations of false claims. The filings suggest that Robyn misrepresented facts, both verbally and in writing, to gain access to the funds and to shield her actions from early detection. These alleged false statements, according to Janelle's camp, created a cover story that allowed the money to be moved without immediate suspicion. Court is expected to examine whether these statements meet the threshold for fraud under the applicable state laws. The term looted property in the case is also significant. While looting is often used to describe theft during chaotic events, in legal and financial disputes it can refer to the unlawful removal of assets from a shared account, trust, or business entity. Janelle claims that property, potentially physical assets as well as funds, was taken or sold without her permission. This property, she argues, was part of a shared arrangement or mutual ownership, making Robyn's alleged actions both unethical and unlawful. From a legal standpoint, this is shaping up to be more than a private dispute. If the embezzlement and fraud claims hold, there could be criminal implications beyond civil liability. Embezzlement, depending on the jurisdiction and amount involved, can carry serious penalties including fines, restitution orders, and even prison time. The $100,000 figure likely puts this into a felony category in most U.S. states. For Janelle, this case is not just about recovering money. It's about setting the record straight after what she believes has been a calculated effort to harm her financially and reputationally. Her filings reportedly include detailed financial statements, bank transfer records, and communications between the parties. These pieces of evidence are expected to play a central role in the trial. Robyn, through her legal representation, has reportedly denied all wrongdoing. Early statements from her camp frame the situation as a misunderstanding or a misinterpretation of financial agreements. They may argue that the funds were moved for legitimate purposes, or that the property in question was not solely owned by Janelle. In such cases, defense teams often focus on undermining the plaintiff's ability to prove both intent and wrongful action beyond doubt. Public's interest in this case is heightened by the long-running tensions among the sister wives cast. Fans have followed years of shifting alliances, business ventures, and personal disputes. But while drama has often stayed in the realm of reality TV editing and interviews, this lawsuit is a matter of official record. The difference is that here, sworn statements, financial audits, and legal consequences replace speculation and gossip. Legal analysts have pointed out that cases like this can hinge on documentation. Janelle can show that the $100,000 had a clear, agreed-upon purpose and that Robyn knowingly used it otherwise, that would strengthen her case. However, if Robyn can present legitimate receipts, contracts, or prior consent from Janelle, that could challenge the embezzlement claim. The looted property angle will also require proof of ownership or legal entitlement at the time the property was taken or sold. One important factor is timing. The accusations suggest that the events happened over a period of time rather than in a single act. This could either work for Janelle, by showing a pattern of deliberate concealment, Or for Robyn, if she can show that Janelle was aware of the movements as they occurred and raised no immediate objections. Courts often consider whether the alleged victim acted promptly upon discovering suspicious activity. In addition to the legal ramifications, the case is expected to have reputational consequences. In the entertainment and reality TV space, public image can directly impact future opportunities, sponsorships, and fan support. For Janelle, bringing the case forward could be seen as an act of standing up for fairness and accountability. For Robyn, the allegations, even if unproven, could damage her public persona, especially given the serious nature of embezzlement and fraud accusations. If the court rules in Janelle's favor, remedies could include repayment of the $100,000, additional damages for losses or emotional distress, and possible forfeiture of any property deemed to have been wrongfully taken. If fraud is proven, punitive damages could be added as a deterrent to similar conduct in the future. In a criminal, if prosecutors become involved, sentencing guidelines would depend on the state's statutes and Robyn's prior record. If the court sides with Robyn, she could potentially recover her own legal fees and clear her name of the damaging allegations. That outcome would also shift public perception back toward viewing the dispute as a misunderstanding rather than malicious theft. The next steps in the legal process are likely to involve pre-trial motions, possible mediation, and a formal discovery phase where both sides exchange evidence. Witness testimony, including from accountants or other financial experts, may play a key role. Depending on the complexity of the case and the court schedule, a full trial could still be months away. This case stands out because it blends elements of personal conflict, business disputes, and legal complexity. It is a cautionary tale about the risks of mixing personal relationships with significant financial dealings. For fans of the Sister Wives franchise, it is also a stark reminder that the reality off-camera can be more serious and have more lasting consequences than the storylines on the show. Ultimately, the court will decide whether Janelle's accusations of embezzlement, false claims, and looted property meet the legal burden of proof. Until then, both sides will continue to present their narratives, supported by whatever evidence they believe will sway the judge or jury. The outcome could alter the personal and financial landscape for both women for years to come. For years, Sister Wives has documented the complexities of plural marriage, the emotional strain between spouses, and the often fragile balance of family unity. But recently, viewers have noticed a shift in Kody Brown's interactions with his children, one that seems to sideline Robyn Brown in ways that speak volumes about the underlying fractures in the family's structure. This subtle yet telling dynamic has fans dissecting what it means for the Browns as a whole, and why it might be the clearest sign yet that something fundamental is broken. Kody has long been the public face of the Brown family, juggling relationships with multiple wives and a large number of children. In theory, every wife and every child should have equal access to his time, attention, and emotional energy. But in practice, those who have followed the show closely know this has never been truly balanced. When Robyn joined the family, Kody's connection with her was noticeably stronger than with his other wives. She was often portrayed as the favorite, sparking resentment from both the other wives and their children. Now the tide appears to be shifting again, not because Kody is spreading himself more evenly, but because his time with his own kids has become a priority in a way that sidelines Robyn. Whether this is intentional or a natural outcome of strained relationships, the result is the same. Robyn's role in his daily life is reduced, and the disconnect between her and the rest of the family is more apparent than ever. The issue isn't just about who Kody spends his afternoons with or who sits beside him at family events. It's about what those choices say about the health of the marriage, the cohesion of the family, and the central philosophy the Browns have claimed to live by. Plural marriage, as they have explained for years, is built on principles of unity, fairness, and shared commitment. If one wife, especially the one who was once seen as the closest to Kody, is being left out of his family interactions, that suggests a deep breakdown of these principles. In interviews and confessionals, Kody has hinted at feeling increasingly alienated from certain wives and their children, citing disagreements over COVID-19 protocols, lifestyle differences, and loyalty. But it's notable that Robyn, despite once being his main ally, now seems distanced when it comes to time with his children. It raises the question, is Kody deliberately creating a buffer between Robyn and his kids, Or is this the result of natural tension that has been brewing for years? From a viewer's perspective, the optics are striking. In earlier seasons, Robyn was present at nearly every family gathering, holiday celebration, or milestone event. Now, footage and social media updates show Cody spending more time with kids from his other relationships, often without Robyn in attendance. The shift hasn't gone unnoticed. Fans have speculated that the children themselves may prefer less involvement from Robyn, citing years of perceived favoritism and family politics. If that's the case, Cody's choice to respect those boundaries could be an act of loyalty to his kids, but it's also a tacit acknowledgement that his ideal of one big happy family is no longer realistic. Consequences of this distancing extend beyond hurt feelings. In plural marriages, every relationship is interconnected. If one wife is sidelined, the ripple effects reach the others, as well as the children. A lack of unity between Robyn and Cody's kids signals a deeper collapse of the communal family structure that Sister Wives was built upon. Instead of a blended, cooperative household, the Browns now appear to operate as a series of separate units. Another factor at play is public perception. Over the years, Robyn has faced heavy criticism from fans who see her as the catalyst for the breakdown of Cody's other marriages. Whether fair or not, that image has stuck, and it may influence how the children interact with her. They believe Robyn had an outsized role in the dissolution of their mother's marriages. They may be less inclined to embrace her as part of their lives. Cody's choice to spend time with them separately could be his way of avoiding conflict or emotional discomfort. But this approach comes with risks. By sidelining Robyn from family time, Cody may inadvertently deepen the divide. Instead of building bridges between his wife and his children, he is allowing parallel relationships to exist without integration. Over time, this could make reconciliation or closeness nearly impossible. For a man who has often spoken about the importance of unity, that's a significant departure from his stated values. There's also a question of how Robyn herself feels about the situation. Publicly, she has often expressed a desire for the family to be together and has appeared emotional about the growing distance between members. If she truly wants closeness with Cody's kids, being left out of his interactions with them could be painful, perhaps even a source of tension in their marriage. On the other hand, if she feels unwelcome or criticized by the children, she might see this separation as a form of self-protection. For fans, this dynamic is a mirror reflecting the broader issues in Sister Wives. The series began as a portrayal of a united, functioning plural family trying to navigate everyday challenges. Over the years, it has become a chronicle of fragmentation, mistrust, and shifting alliances. Cody sidelining Robyn with his kids isn't just a minor detail, it's a symptom of the show's central conflict. The family's core philosophy has eroded to the point where individual relationships take precedence over the collective whole. It also speaks to the changing role of Robyn in the show's narrative. Once a central figure whose presence seemed to dominate both Cody's attention and the plot lines, she now risks becoming an outsider in her own marriage's family dynamic. Whether this is a deliberate choice by producers to highlight drama or an authentic reflection of reality, it's reshaping how viewers understand the relationships at play. Ultimately, the question isn't just, why is Cody sidelining Robyn, but what does this say about the future of the Brown family? The answer is that even the closest bonds in this plural marriage can fray to the point of exclusion, then it signals a much larger problem. Trust, respect, and shared values have to exist for plural marriage to function, and right now those elements seem to be in short supply. As Sister Wives moves forward, this sidelining could become one of the defining elements of the family's story. It may push Cody and Robyn to reevaluate their roles, force the children to confront unresolved grievances, and lead the audience to question whether the Browns can ever return to the united front they once claimed to be. In that sense, Cody's recent behavior doesn't just say something about his marriage to Robyn, it says everything about the state of the family as a whole. In the end, what we're witnessing is not just the marginalization of one wife, but the unraveling of a family model that has been under strain for years. Cody's choice to prioritize time with his kids while leaving Robyn out may seem like a small shift on the surface, but it's actually the clearest sign yet that the principles the Browns once held dear are no longer guiding their lives. For fans who have watched from the beginning, it's both revealing and sobering, and it leaves them wondering how much longer the Sister Wives. In the latest season of Sister Wives, fans have been left stunned by a revelation from Kody Brown that has completely changed the dynamics within the Brown family. Season 19 delivers a jaw-dropping confession from Kody to his remaining wife Robyn Brown, which not only shook the family but sent ripples throughout the fan community. This unexpected moment lays bare the complexities of their plural marriage and reveals deeper struggles that have long simmered beneath the surface. Kody Brown, the patriarch of the Brown family and the central figure of Sister Wives, has always been a controversial character. Over the years, viewers have witnessed the highs and lows of his plural marriage, watching as tensions arose between the wives and the challenges of maintaining harmony grew more apparent. However, nothing prepared fans for the emotional and revealing confession Kody shared with Robyn in this season. Confession came during an intimate conversation between Kody and Robyn, far from the eyes of the other wives. For years, Robyn has been Kody's most steadfast companion, the wife who remained by his side when others distanced themselves. While fans have often speculated about the true nature of Kody and Robyn's relationship, this moment peeled back the layers, showing vulnerability rarely seen before. In his confession, Kody admits to feelings of doubt, frustration, and loneliness, emotions that had been building up over time. He reveals how the strain of managing multiple relationships, coupled with family tensions and personal challenges, had taken a toll on him emotionally. What made the confession so shocking to fans was Kody's candid admission that he sometimes questioned the sustainability of their plural marriage. He expressed fears about losing Robyn and the weight of responsibility he felt towards all his wives and children. For Robyn, this confession was a pivotal moment. The woman who has stood firmly by Kody's side was faced with the raw truth of his inner turmoil. Her reaction was a mix of empathy, shock, and determination. Fans witnessed Robyn processing the emotional impact while considering what this meant for their future. Her strength in that moment underscored her complex role within the family, both as a supportive wife and as an individual grappling with her own hopes and fears. The fallout of this confession rippled beyond Kody and Robyn's private conversation. The other wives, Janelle, Mary, and Christine, all had to confront what this revelation meant for their relationships with Kody and each other. Long-standing tensions flared, old wounds reopened, and new questions emerged about loyalty, trust, and the future of their plural family. Season 19 does not shy away from portraying the emotional complexity of this situation. It highlights the delicate balance Kody tries to maintain between his desires and obligations, as well as the profound impact his confession has on Robyn and the family as a whole. The show also dives into Robyn's perspective, giving viewers an intimate look at her struggles, resilience, and evolving feelings after hearing Kody's vulnerable truth. Fans online were quick to react to this shocking confession. Social media exploded with discussions, debates, and emotional responses. Some fans expressed sympathy for Kody, recognizing the immense pressure he faces as a husband to multiple wives. Others sympathized with Robyn, applauding her strength while questioning how much more strain she can endure. Many viewers expressed concerns about the sustainability of plural marriage as depicted in the series, wondering if this confession might signal an impending shift or even an end to the Brown family's unique dynamic. Critics and longtime watchers of Sister Wives have also weighed in, noting that Kody's confession marks a critical turning point in the narrative, provides new insight into why the Brown family has faced so many challenges in recent seasons, and adds depth to Kody's often misunderstood character. This moment strips away the public persona to reveal a man grappling with the very human fears of failure, loss, and loneliness. The heart of this season's drama is the question of what comes next for Kody and Robyn. Will this confession lead to greater honesty and healing within their relationship? Or will it deepen the cracks and accelerate changes that fans have been anticipating for years? The Brown family's future now feels more uncertain than ever, adding a gripping layer of suspense to the show. Beyond the personal drama, this confession also reignites broader conversations about plural marriage in the public sphere. Sister Wives has always been a lens into a lifestyle that remains controversial and often misunderstood. Cody's admission humanizes the challenges that come with balancing multiple intimate relationships and managing the emotional complexities that arise. It also forces viewers to consider the real costs of such a lifestyle on mental health, family cohesion, and personal fulfillment. Season 19 continues to explore these themes with honesty and nuance, inviting fans to witness the raw and often painful realities behind the reality TV facade. The Brown family's journey is no longer just about unconventional marriage, but about confronting deep-seated issues and making difficult choices for the sake of love, family, and self-preservation. In conclusion, Cody Brown's confession to Robyn Brown in Sister Wives Season 19 is more than just a shocking revelation. It is a profound moment of vulnerability that exposes the fragile emotional state of the family patriarch and the complex dynamics of plural marriage. It challenges the fans' perceptions of Cody and Robyn's relationship and sets the stage for dramatic developments in the episodes to come. Robyn Brown, one of the most prominent figures on the hit reality show Sister Wives, has always had a unique allure and style that sets her apart from the rest of the Brown family. Fans have often speculated about her past, including rumors that she was once a model, specifically for the iconic denim brand Diesel jeans. This claim has stirred quite a buzz among viewers, especially because it adds a glamorous layer to her backstory that contrasts sharply with her polygamous lifestyle. But is there any truth to it? And what do her sister wives Janelle and Mary think about these rumors? Robyn's reputation on Sister Wives is multifaceted. She is often seen as the more private and sometimes more traditional wife, especially compared to Janelle and Mary, who are known for their bold personalities and moments of drama on the show. This contrast has fueled many fan theories, including speculation about Robyn's modeling career, which seemed almost too glamorous for the rural and modest life the Browns lead. The Diesel jeans model rumor specifically gained traction after fans noticed Robyn's impeccable fashion sense and striking looks in earlier seasons. Diesel Jeans, an Italian clothing brand founded in the late 1970s, is famous for its edgy denim and has featured many high-profile models in their campaigns over the decades. The idea that Robyn, with her poised and confident demeanor, might have once walked in the world of high fashion seemed plausible to many viewers. However, this theory was mostly based on hearsay, social media posts, and a handful of vintage photos circulating online that some fans claimed were Robyn during her younger years. Janelle Brown, Robyn's sister wife and one of the original members of the family, has openly addressed these rumors in interviews and social media posts. Janelle's take is surprisingly down-to-earth. She has neither confirmed nor outright denied the Diesel jeans modeling claim, but she has hinted that Robyn's past includes some interesting chapters that fans might not expect. Janelle has praised Robyn's confidence and style, attributing it to natural grace rather than a professional modeling career. Mary Brown, on the other hand, has been a little more skeptical about the Diesel jeans story. Known for her sharp wit and sometimes sarcastic remarks on the show, Mary has joked about the rumors, calling them a fun little myth but also questioning where the story even began. She has suggested that the Diesel jeans model narrative might have been exaggerated or even fabricated by fans eager to find more drama or depth to Robyn's character. Mary emphasizes that while Robyn is certainly beautiful and poised, she believes Robyn's past is probably more conventional and not filled with high-fashion escapades. Despite the mixed responses from Janelle and Mary, the rumor has not died down. Social media platforms like Instagram and Twitter remain hotbeds for fans to discuss and dissect every piece of evidence they can find. Some fans have gone so far as to compare vintage Diesel campaigns from the early 2000s to photos of a younger Robyn, pointing out striking similarities in facial features and style. Others argue that these comparisons are purely coincidental and that Diesel has never officially listed Robyn Brown as a model in any of their campaigns. The Browns themselves have remained mostly silent on the topic during the show's filming, perhaps understanding that such rumors could distract from the main narrative of their family life. The reality show primarily focuses on the complexities of plural marriage, family dynamics, and personal struggles rather than delving into past careers or glamorous histories. Robyn's backstory, as shared on Sister Wives, paints her as a woman who grew up with strong family values and who met Cody Brown after a period of personal growth and spiritual searching. While there is mention of Robyn's love for fashion and her polished appearance, there is no direct reference to any formal modeling work. The lack of concrete evidence in the show itself makes the Diesel Jeans rumor remain just that, a rumor. Interestingly, the rumor's persistence may say more about the fans' fascination with Robyn's persona than about the reality of her past. Robyn often carries herself with a certain elegance and has a way of presenting herself that feels effortlessly stylish. This has led many to project the idea that she must have a glamorous past that aligns with her current image. In reality, her life has been far more about family and faith than runways and photo shoots. Janelle and Mary's different reactions to the rumor also reflect their individual personalities and relationships within the family. Janelle tends to be more nurturing and protective toward Robyn, often deflecting negativity with positivity. Mary's approach is more straightforward and skeptical, challenging the fan theories head-on with humor and practicality. Together, their perspectives provide a balanced view that keeps the rumor alive but grounded. What about Robyn herself? She has not publicly addressed the Diesel Jeans model speculation directly, choosing instead to focus on her role within the family and her personal projects. Robyn's involvement with various businesses, including wellness products and lifestyle brands, has highlighted her entrepreneurial spirit rather than a past in fashion modeling. This focus suggests she prefers to build her current identity on her present endeavors rather than her past. The Diesel Jeans modeling rumor also highlights the larger issue of how reality TV personalities are scrutinized and mythologized by their fan bases. Sister Wives fans often dig deep into the backgrounds of the family members, searching for hidden stories, secrets, or untold experiences that add layers to what is shown on screen. Sometimes these investigations lead to surprising revelations, other times they spawn myths that are difficult to dispel. Regardless of whether Robyn Brown was ever a Diesel Jeans model, her impact on Sister Wives and its audience remains significant. She represents a blend of tradition and modernity, spirituality and style, family devotion and personal ambition. The rumors only add to her mystique but do not define her. As the show continues to air new episodes and delve deeper into the lives of the Brown family, fans will likely continue to speculate about Robyn's past and the origins of the Diesel Jeans rumor. Whether it is true or simply a fan-created fantasy, it has become part of the ongoing conversation about one of Sister Wives' most compelling figures. Kody Brown's polygamous lifestyle on Sister Wives has always been filled with challenges, emotional turmoil, and complex dynamics among his 4 wives. But recent revelations from Robyn Brown, his 4th wife, have shed new light on how some of Kody's own rules and boundaries have contributed to the strain in their relationships. Among the most striking is Robyn's claim that Kody's rule about showing affection actually hurt his marriages, so much so that Kody once considered walking away from her. Robyn Brown, often seen as the most reserved and private of Kody's wives, opened up about the difficulties she faced trying to maintain intimacy and affection under Kody's unique expectations. She revealed that Kody, despite being married to multiple women, imposed boundaries that limited how openly couples could show love to each other, even in private moments. This rule was particularly difficult for Robyn, who felt stifled and disconnected emotionally. According to Robyn, Kody's reluctance or discomfort with public or even private displays of affection was rooted in his desire to maintain fairness and balance among his wives. He feared that overt favoritism or affection towards one wife might breed jealousy or resentment in the others. While the intent was to protect the family's delicate balance, the result was an emotional distance that ultimately hurt the marriages. Robyn admitted that she longed for more openness and affection from Kody, but often felt her feelings were secondary to maintaining a strict structure of equal treatment. This led to moments of loneliness and frustration, as she struggled to find her place within the family dynamic while suppressing her natural needs for connection. What was most surprising was Robyn's revelation that Kody once seriously considered walking away from their marriage because of this tension. She explained that the emotional strain became overwhelming at one point, and Kody questioned whether continuing with Robyn under such restrictive conditions was sustainable. The thought of abandoning the relationship altogether was something he wrestled with, underscoring how deeply the problem affected their marriage. Kody's consideration of walking away didn't come lightly. He had spent years trying to juggle the complexities of his plural marriage, navigating the competing needs and emotions of his wives and children. The burden of ensuring that no one felt neglected or less loved often forced Cody to put his own desires aside, and this weighed heavily on him. Robyn's candid admission also highlighted the challenge of balancing individuality and fairness in plural marriages. While fairness might imply equal affection and attention, each person's emotional needs are unique. What works for one wife might not be sufficient for another. Cody's attempt to standardize affection and suppress overt displays was an effort to keep peace but ironically created distance. The Sister Wives audience has long been aware of the tension between. Kody Brown's long-standing marriage with Robyn Brown has faced many storms, but recent events in Flagstaff appear to mark one of the most intense disputes between the two since they wed. According to multiple insider accounts close to the family, tensions between Cody and Robyn reached a boiling point during a heated disagreement that erupted unexpectedly, leading Cody to leave Flagstaff abruptly, without his wife. Those who have followed the Sister Wives saga know that Cody's decision to walk away from any situation involving Robyn is rare, as she has long been seen as his emotional anchor after his other marriages crumbled. The source of the argument reportedly stemmed from long-building frustrations over financial pressures, parenting approaches, and Cody's feelings of being boxed in by decisions that he felt were increasingly controlled by Robyn. Although Cody has previously defended Robyn fiercely against criticisms from his other wives, the dynamic in their relationship has changed dramatically over the past year. The once united front they displayed has given way to visible cracks, and this latest blow-up has underscored how deep those issues may run. The argument allegedly began when Cody confronted Robyn over her expectations for their future in Flagstaff. Robyn, still protective over her children's routines and the stability they've built in the area, resisted any talk of major life changes or relocation. Cody, on the other hand, is said to have grown restless with their current circumstances, feeling that Flagstaff no longer serves their family's needs, either emotionally or financially. When Robyn dismissed the idea of moving, the discussion quickly shifted from practical concerns to deeply personal grievances. Cody reportedly accused Robyn of failing to compromise and of not listening to his needs, a claim that insiders say left Robyn visibly upset. She countered by saying that Cody's frustrations were less about geography and more about his inability to adjust to a life where their marriage is under intense public scrutiny. Robyn allegedly told Cody that he was letting outside criticism dictate his emotions and that their family's decision should be based on what's best for the children, not what fans or critics think. Conversation escalated when old resentments surfaced, something that has been increasingly common in their recent interactions. Cody is said to have brought up how much he sacrificed to prioritize his relationship with Robyn in past years, especially after losing closeness with his other wives and many of his older children. He reportedly expressed bitterness that despite all those sacrifices, he now feels cornered in their marriage, unable to express his needs without triggering conflict. Robyn, in turn, reminded Cody that she too has sacrificed and that she has been the one holding their household together while he has been dealing with fallout from his strained relationships with the rest of the family. Witnesses say the disagreement became so charged that voices were raised, and Cody, visibly angry, decided to leave the house rather than continue the confrontation. What surprised those close to the couple was not that they argued, every marriage has disagreements, but that Cody left Flagstaff entirely and did not bring Robyn with him. Historically, even during heated arguments, Cody and Robyn would eventually regroup quickly, presenting a united front. This time, however, Cody reportedly packed a few belongings, got into his vehicle, and drove off without revealing his destination. In the days that followed, speculation about Cody's whereabouts spread quickly among both family insiders and Sister Wives fans online. Some sources claim he traveled to visit one of his older children who lives outside of Flagstaff, while others believe he simply needed space to cool off and reflect. Regardless of his exact location, his absence from the shared home with Robyn has not gone unnoticed, and it has fueled ongoing rumors about the stability of their marriage. Robyn, meanwhile, has remained in Flagstaff with her children, reportedly leaning on a small circle of close friends for emotional support. She has not spoken publicly about the argument, but those familiar with her say she is hurt by Cody's decision to leave without resolution. For someone who has long been painted as Cody's favorite and most trusted partner, this sudden separation marks an uncharacteristic turn in their relationship. Fans of the show are already speculating whether this blow-up might be featured in an upcoming season, as it represents a major departure from the narrative that Cody and Robyn are inseparable. In recent years, as his marriages to Mary, Janelle, and Christine ended, viewers saw Cody and Robyn grow even closer, often to the point that other family members felt excluded. Now, this distance between them has sparked debates online about whether the dynamic that once bound them so tightly may be unraveling. Some family observers believe that the intense pressure of being the last remaining legal and romantic partner in Cody's life has placed an unfair burden on Robyn. While Cody once had multiple wives to share emotional and logistical responsibilities, the loss of those relationships has left Robyn shouldering the majority of the day-to-day support. This shift, according to insiders, has been exhausting for her and has left her feeling misunderstood when she sets boundaries or refuses to make drastic changes, like moving away from Flagstaff. On Cody's side, friends say he is grappling with feelings of isolation, compounded by the estrangement from many of his children and the criticism he has faced from both the public and former wives. His sense of frustration, they argue, is not solely about Robyn but about his entire life feeling out of control. Walking away from the argument may have been less about punishing Robyn and more about reclaiming some personal space in a life where he feels constantly scrutinized. Still, the symbolism of Cody leaving without Robyn is significant. It disrupts the image of unity they have maintained and suggests that even their bond is not immune to the strain that has dismantled his other marriages. Whether this temporary separation will lead to a deeper reckoning in their relationship remains to be seen, but for now, those close